Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Good evening. Welcome to Game That Tune. I am your host, John Harrington. And joining us tonight, we have John Regan. Say hello.
Hello, how do you do?
Hey, how are you? We also have with us David Fleming. David, a salutation, please.
Good evening.
Thank you, sir. And rejoining the show after a brief absence, David Weiland. Greetings.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Yes. This is Game That Tune. If you're just joining us, that's strange because this is our 69th episode. And because it is our 69th episode, we've chosen a very mature theme for our very mature podcast. That's right. This is now a very mature podcast, and I will be speaking at this level for the rest of the show. Here on Game That Tune, we listen to video game music. We have 3 songs from a game, a little bit of trivia, and players attempt to guess the games based on the songs. And then normally, in the previous 68 episodes of the show, we would goof off and have fun. But since this is episode 69, and the theme for tonight's episode is mature rated games, I thought it was time for us to grow up. Maybe become a little more cultured and have a mature discussion of these mature rated
Now,
games.
listen, John, I apologize for interrupting like this. And unfortunately, I seem to have misplaced my notes. I just wanted to double check. What episode number is this again?
This is episode 69.
Oh my.
Hey, that works with kind of the thing I'm doing right now. So tonight, our theme is mature rated games. As such, a forewarning, we will be discussing games featuring blood, comic mischief, violence, language, partial nudity, gambling, sexual content, sexual violence, strong sexual content, suggestive themes, use of alcohol, use of drugs. Johnny, all of these are instances in which you should be playing the oh my sound.
Oh,
Violence.
my.
Violent references. Crude humor.
Oh my.
Jesus Christ, John. How many of these did I get to do before you fucking picked up on what I was doing?
My.
A lot, because then you had to tell me. Again, John, I would like to formally apologize for being so bad at the soundboard.
Okay. Gotta shake off the Fraser Crane syndrome. We gotta get back into a real Game That Tune.
I love how this started off as Game That Tune, brought to you by NPR.
Yeah.
Just need, like some dissonant flute music in the background.
Yes, exactly. No, trust me, there'll be like the theme to Masterpiece Theater, playing when I fucking edit the show for the podcast. Oh man, we had a bunch of viewers and now they're all gone.
Yeah, we bored them the fuck out of here, didn't we?
Wow. Yeah. We need a "that's the joke" sound effect, or something on screen to indicate, like, no, wait.
Oh, okay.
Something on screen to indicate, no, please wait. We're building to something. But yeah, it's episode 69, and since we didn't want to do games featuring 69ing, we decided, I guess previous guest Ryan Drake decided that we're doing mature rated games on tonight's show. So yeah, should be a fun and mature discussion of mature games. So Johnny, let's jump right into it. There's my voice.
Game 1.
John, are you the only one that hears the music?
I am.
Yes.
God damn it.
The most mature thing of all is technical problems, right?
It most likely did go out on Twitch. I probably just didn't have it going to the call. Let me double check here. What is it going to? Headphones in, OBS in, but not the call.
Boom shakalaka!
All
There's
right.
that morning food goodness we
We're all
needed.
looking around super confused, and John's just sitting there. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like grooving out stuff, like one hand on the headphone, like, yeah, I'm kind of digging
The
this.
live,
It's
the
like,
live viewers heard it. It was just the call that wasn't hearing it. Just
Like
the host of the show.
like Pootie Tang or something, where it's like, oh, this is good. Like just all the
John,
levels down.
We don't care about our fans. We care about us. Yeah. Play those tunes.
Oh my.
Game
Thank
1.
you.
That's some very mature music.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That was my NPR background music for the intro.
Ooh. Nice.
All right,
Very
how you guys
nice.
feeling?
I like it.
Yeah, that was
Doesn't
very
seem
like outrun / synthwavy. Like I really dug it.
Yeah, I'm in a good groove now.
Yeah.
All right, are you guys ready for some trivia for this game?
Yes. Also,
Yeah,
I'm
so,
very ready to go drive around at night. Like that's what that's what the music makes you want to do.
That's all you do.
Okay, so this game was actually refused classification in Australia due to an implied rape scene, and thus they were unable to rate it and sell it there. So the developers just told Australian fans to pirate the game. It's kind of awesome of
I
them.
really don't want to Google implied rape scene.
Well, that just ends.
I forgot how fast it ends too, man. Dude, that song is hype.
Oh, it's so good. That is.
Yeah, that
that
sounds
is-
pretty
yeah.
fucking great.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
That might be most of the reason why I picked this game. Honestly, it's just that song. Like, oh wait, yeah, we're doing this.
Nice.
Yeah, well,
I guess,
I did what I said I wasn't going to do, and I Googled that. And none of the games that are on the list of the Google for implied rape scene really fit this. So I think I'm totally fucked here.
Yeah. You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I got a great answer.
All right. So we have John Harrington says Outlast 2, which is incorrect. David Fleming says Hotline Miami 2, which is correct. And then John Regan says, just say I'm holding up a great drawing of an 80s car at midnight. I'm going to assume that means he knows what this is.
You're not. No, okay, one, I should have known that was Hotline Miami. Don't give me any points for that. No, I didn't want you to read the card. I wanted you just to say that I'm holding up a great picture of an 80s car driving at night.
I like to call
David,
you out
you
because it's
idiot.
funnier that way.
Damn it.
It's a really good art picture.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
John's a great artist. We
Yeah.
all know that. Yeah.
Yeah. We all know
Oh,
that there's one
Jesus.
thing I can do. It is draw, as evidenced by all my previous penis drawings on this show.
Yeah,
I
numerous
like that-
space shuttle penises on the on Game That Tune. Thank you for setting this mature discussion off with a discussion of how you draw penises.
I'd also like to say, too, it's very mature that none of you guys gave me shit for saying art pictures.
I didn't even notice.
No,
Okay,
yeah.
good. No one noticed that. Well, shit, now that
Don't draw attention to your little foibles, David. Nobody's noticing. Yeah, now that you reveal that game, that fucking, I shouldn't have even Googled fucking anything. Like,
Yeah, man.
Hotline Miami 2 is so obvious. That
I-
music is fantastic, and
Yeah.
that makes perfect sense.
I honestly thought John Regan was gonna completely give it away by saying Outrun. I'm like, no, like shut the hell up, dude. Like, hey, it's got a really 80s vibe. I'm like, stop.
I've just been listening to Outrun
Oh.
music lately. Like, I've been on the Outrun subreddit. Like, it's great. That's
Yeah, it's actually like a bunch of electronica and like kind of like Outrun like synth artists like all collaborated to do the music for this game, which is pretty cool. Like I
Yeah,
thought it was all like
kinda-
one guy doing it. It's like a ton of different guys just jumped out in this game together.
nice.
I
That's
think
awesome.
the first game was mostly one guy. I can't remember.
Yeah. Probably because you said Outrun, my eyes went to Outlast, and those are two completely different games. So thanks, John. Thanks for everything.
Oh, also, the last song is called "Roller Mobster." I think it's so if you want to have that on like your Spotify playlist or whatever, because it's oh my god, it's so good.
I love video game soundtracks that can turn up in Spotify, man.
Oh,
There's so
it's
many
so
good
good.
ones
Oh,
on there, and it's so nice. Just
Yeah,
just pepper it into the playlist. Like.
Man, the thing is too, like the music in this game, honestly, like it keeps you hyped up and it makes you less frustrated at how just insanely hard this game is. Because this game just beats the shit out of you. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, like
it's-
Go on.
I've yet to play Hotline Miami 2. I've only played Hotline Miami 1, and I remember it
Okay.
being it's frustrating, like how Super Meat Boy is frustrating, but like Super Meat Boy, it's very good at just like restarting the game as fast as possible,
Yeah.
like no downtime.
It's very, very fast runs in it and stuff. There's no downtime in it. It gets you back into it very fast, but the problem is you can be stuck in the same level for like 45 minutes, and it's like a 3-minute long level. And it just keeps kicking the shit out of you. They also add in masks that change what your characters do in this one. I forget if that's in the first game or not. There's one character where it's actually two guys and they both have submachine guns, and if one of them dies, you both die. There's one guy who just has a chainsaw, I think, and they can only do melee weapons. There's one dude that all of his melee attacks instant kill, and he cannot grab a gun. And they force you to play at least one level of each of these guys too. That one, the one that just does melee attacks, his name is Tony, and he's a tiger mask, and I kind of love
Sweet.
that.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
Prove that.
and,
I am okay
Yeah,
with that.
God, that guy's level is a pain in the ass until I figured out that if you just go around a corner and kind of be like, "Hey, look at me," and then just like run back, the guys will charge at you, and you just fucking punch them in the face as they go around the corner.
Nice.
I just cheated the entire game out like that, and it felt so good.
Does he
Nice.
say, some variation of "they're great" when punching with the tiger mask on? I mean,
And it just he doesn't really say anything. He just kind of punches stuff till it explodes in blood.
the attack with the world's blandest, like second least awesome cereal ever, Frosted Flakes.
Whoa. Let's not say anything we can't take back.
I'm
because
just saying,
Frosted
man.
Flakes were my
Seriously.
jam when I was a kid.
Yeah, but
Don't
then I had
at
Cinnamon
me.
Toast
Frosted
Crunch.
Flakes sucks.
Yeah.
Says John Harrington.
Hey, Frosted Flakes were fine when my family was buying bag cereal, but once we got into box world, then it opened up just so many possibilities.
Wait, don't Frosted Flakes come in a box? Or... What?
Yeah, but multi-meal Frosted Flakes
Oh.
come in a bag, and that's what we can
Oh,
afford.
okay.
I
Hang
gotcha.
on for a second. You cannot sit here and diss Frosted Flakes based upon off-brand bag Frosted Flakes.
Okay, fair enough. But see, they could get away with the marketing. They didn't have Tony which Tony was my guy back in the day. What a great mascot!
Yeah.
But
He really resonates with me.
It would say in big letters on the back, Frosted Flakes, and then below it, of corn. And, that's how they just could still call it Frosted Flakes, or sugar
Yeah, it's just
Frosted
like,
Flakes of
Yeah, but
corn.
seriously, what you're doing is just saying Dr. Pepper's a terrible soda. I drank Mr. Pibb all the time. I know.
Well,
No, it's not the same thing.
Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb literally are the same thing. This is a discussion for another time. The point was, if you're going to put Tony the Tiger in a game like Hotline Miami 2 to draw the kids in, you should also go ahead and tie in Frosted Flakes.
I mean, to be fair, he's also a tiger that's missing half of his face and he's just covered in blood.
I was gonna say
I don't
Frosted
know if
Flakes.
it's
Probably should have ate more Frosted Flakes.
That, I don't know if that's on brand for Frosted Flakes to have
It
the
might not
bloody
be. Although
violence.
I remember, wasn't there like a little while where people were sending him furry porn on Twitter or something?
Probably.
Yeah, like the
Yes,
actual
no
Frosted
way.
Flakes account. And he was like, "Hey, this is a family-friendly account." It's just everyone's just like, "Oh, let's do it more." Then he's like, "Oh no."
What have I unleashed upon myself?
Yeah, you can't put the world's sexiest tiger on Twitter and just not expect him to get flooded.
It was all
with,
furry
with
porn
that.
of him too. It was like, "Oh no!" Like what?
Yeah,
Fuck
Tony the
you,
Tiger's
internet.
great, man.
I guess-
he's
One question
Cool.
to ask is maybe it's not off brand for Frosted Flakes. Maybe they're just not. It's an untapped market. You know what I mean? There's plenty of adult gamers playing Hotline Miami 2 that they
Yes.
need to eat breakfast.
Yes.
They don't feel like actually cooking. They'll eat Frosted Flakes. You should go in. I should be a marketer.
I'm saying, man.
I'm gonna pre-apologize for this, but the game is kind of about a serial killer.
Oh!
Wow.
Ah,
Oh man.
no, David.
Oh.
Johnny, you really should market Frosted Flakes and a feed bag to video game marathoners.
Oh.
They would love it.
Oh,
Instead
man.
of those fucking beer hats with milk in it, and just have a funnel full of Frosted Flakes, and you're just 24-hour marathon.
Perfect.
Could you imagine you tune in to Summer Games Done Quick and there's the guy sitting on the couch playing the game and he's got the feedback strapped to his head from his phases.
And the whole stream's brought to you by Frosted Flakes. Fuck yeah, I can see that. Man.
And he's only playing for 2 hours.
He beat Super Mario World in less than an hour and a half. What the hell?
I also really enjoyed the idea of a beer helmet with just milk bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And somehow it gets cereal in there too. So, you
So I feel
got
like we've
got
kinda
a
gotten a little
dog
bit-
cone around your head holding all the cereal, and the milk funnels into it.
Now-
And you just sustain yourself.
And
that
then
way.
here's the thing we're not talking about though is how this milk helmet thing is probably the best power up that's in Hotline Miami 2.
It is
Like-
actually. Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah, so have you guys actually played this one though? I know we did Hotline Miami 1 before on the show and stuff.
I have it sitting there in my Steam library asking me to play it and I've yet to do it.
Ugh.
It's a very good game. It's hard as hell. There's a lot of backstory stuff too. Some of the levels actually take place in Vietnam, and it's your guys are we're actually some of the guys are actually Vietnam vets basically, and your commander was kind of doing some Apocalypse Now selling heroin or something. I don't know exactly. I haven't finished the game yet because it got really hard and I fucking got frustrated and quit.
Talk about a bait and switch. You're promised Hotline Miami. You go to get Platoon the game. Come on, man.
It's pretty fucking cool though, and then it's a lot of just busting into the police station and shooting guys and a lot of fighting the Russian mob and stuff too. So it's pretty interesting. It's an interesting game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, you should play it.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
stream it.
I have
Maybe
no
show it off to our Game That Tune viewership.
I just pulled up my Steam library to double check, did they release this for Mac? And they did. So I really have no reason to not be playing it right
yeah.
now. It's one thing was I got to reboot into Windows. Oh, what a pain in the ass. I'm not going to do that. But no, I can just play it.
Yeah.
This is such a pain in the ass. I have to turn on the computer. Ugh, why would I bother? Seriously.
Exactly. Jeez. Got to move the mouse to get out of sleep mode and start the game. Nope, won't do it. Nope. Well, fuck yeah, man.
Oh, there's a fundamental error here, which is that you're assuming my computer's ever actually off. Like, I'm always on the
Okay,
computer.
that's a point.
Rebooting means I gotta stop what I'm doing. It's really a hassle.
That's why I took it down to just move the mouse. You know, your display was off. That's why you didn't know that you could play Hotline Miami 2 right now. But anyway, yeah, fuck yeah, man. Great soundtrack to this game. You know, definitely like all the music from both these games. You know, any idea if they're going to make more?
Okay, do you guys care for a spoiler? Because I learned something about the end of the game. I haven't gotten to it yet, but it basically, like, there's probably, like, no chance of a sequel.
Don't do it. Johnny hasn't played the game yet.
I won't do it. I didn't get to
Still
that
a
part.
reasonably new game.
When I was looking up trivia for it, I saw something like, by the way, this happens in the end. I'm like, yeah, they're not doing a third one. But then, like, there's, like, a post-credits, like, maybe a third one. I'm like,
Nice.
Not really, though. Like, unless they do, like, a prequel. I don't fucking know.
Johnny, it's up to you. You got to stream it to get us there. We have to learn about it.
I can do that.
Fuck yeah, man.
New
Hotline
goal.
Miami 2. Good call. Johnny might play it one day. Might not.
I need to finish it someday for sure.
Yeah, and I say we keep it going, man. What do we got?
Game 2.
Neat.
Yes.
All right. Who's ready for some trivia?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, this is the Sega Genesis port, but this trivia is for the arcade version. Cabinets of this arcade went out that featured art from previous games in the series, featuring a character. And so many side panels of this arcade cabinet had a character that was not in the game. All right.
Well, I love it.
It's pretty good.
Love it. Love it. Did I mention I love it?
You said that the arcade cabinet used art from previous games?
Yes, a previous
Okay.
entry in the series.
Oh,
Wait,
entry or
entry or
entries?
See, God damn it, John. The words.
Either or both. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm gonna write a number down here that could
'Cause-
be two numbers because I wrote over the last number
'Cause
and
the-
whatever. Let's just call that.
The character in question was in multiple entries in the series before this one, but not in this game. But he was featured on the side, so that's why it's
Okay,
either or
so-
both. I feel like at this
Okay, I'm gonna
point,
stick.
I'm not giving it away. You've
Johnny.
hopefully figured it out by now.
I'm gonna say it's this. then.
Johnny.
Let's see some answers. I got my finger on the hat trick button. We got Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat 3, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Yes, this is Mortal Kombat 3 for the Genesis, which the Genesis version I think used all the exact same music. Like the download was Mortal Kombat 3 and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. So
Nice.
Yeah,
Just
I took-
wanted to cover my base.
I'm taking
Yeah,
both.
just
I
in
took
case.
both.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Also, good looking out, David, because I wouldn't have caught that he said entries. I'm like, oh shit, thank you. Like, that's not 2 to 3. Fuck you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
The
this was
fighter.
like,
Well, the
okay,
fighter
I-
was Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
He was featured on the side of some cabinets, but he wasn't in Mortal Kombat 3.
He wasn't.
Good riddance.
No, he was not.
Dude, been in like everything, hasn't he? He's
was
kind
in-
of like one of the staple characters.
No, he was gone for a while.
There was
Uh,
actually there's a
yeah.
whole thing about how like I remember the actor that played him left, and he started appearing in ads basically as Johnny Cage, like endorsing some other fighting game, like of him playing the cabinet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, them's fighting words.
Hell yeah.
Fighting words.
Yeah, man. Fuck, man. I haven't played Mortal Kombat 3 in a long time. You know, definitely my least played Mortal Kombat on consoles. Not to say that I didn't play the shit out of it whenever I was at an arcade and it was there. You know,
Gotta like.
gotta love Mortal Kombat, man. They're just so good. Trying to think of
This is the
things
one
that
I
are
played.
distinct about this one versus the other one.
Wait, say
Go
it
to the
again.
roster now and see if I remember these guys.
So
Oh.
this is the one that introduced the weird like Tusken Raider guy, isn't it?
Yes, Cabal.
Yeah, it has it's also got Robot Smoke, Sub-Zero with his
Uh,
mask off.
It's got other robots, Cyrax, Sector. Hello.
Yeah, which
you
I
know.
know that one of them is basically Robot Scorpion.
Yep.
I forget who the red one is. I don't think Reptile's in this
Vector.
game though.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think Reptile is.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, I'm seeing him in the roster. I think. Am I?
There's also
was it?
he may have been added
be
in
an
Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 because Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was basically like let's bring everybody in.
Yeah.
That might be what I'm looking at. Then it's Ultimate.
And there's
Yep,
even like
but
there's a character in Mortal Kombat 3 that doesn't use his gun because like and this is another piece of trivia was it quote went against the rules of the tournament, but then in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 he totally uses his gun.
I was gonna say, didn't Striker use the shit out of his gun?
In Ultimate, yes, but not Ultimate.
I love that shit, man.
I mean, like that guy's shooting fireballs and like shooting a fucking like harpoon at me, and I can't fucking shoot him back. Like that's dumb. This is
Yeah,
fucking.
just gonna launch
Can't even
grenades
report
and
what
like
this
pop
is.
them with a flashlight. Come on, that's not how a police officer would act in Mortal Kombat. Like, yeah, they're gonna fucking shoot the shit out of you. Yeah, man. Oh man, yeah. Mortal Kombat 3 was pretty good. I'm trying to remember like the levels. There was, you know, I remember the graphics being really cool. Like there was that desert level where like you could see like one of the robots struggling in the background. I thought that was always really cool.
Oh yeah.
They had the multi-tiered levels where you could like hit somebody up through the ceiling.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm remembering that right.
Is this the one that introduces babyalities and friendships and all that
No,
stupid bullshit?
That's 2, and fuck you. Those are great.
Okay. Just like they're fantastic. and so fucking dumb, and I love them.
Yeah.
I love friendship.
When I was a kid, I was really all about pulling babalities. Like that shit cracked me up.
I never learned any moves in this game. The only move I actually know how to do in Mortal Kombat in any of them is up, down, up to make Raiden teleport, and I would just do that shit and just spam the fuck out of it and piss my brother off while playing him.
Isn't it just down up? Like
It's isn't it? I don't know. I don't just do
Or
up, down, up, down
I think
until it works.
I think
Like,
it's like
fuck this, like, tickle the thing until it works. Just
Yeah,
keep doing that.
Oh fuck. Yeah. I'm trying to remember this one also had the sick ass pit level. John, do you remember the difference between the pit and this one and the other the previous two?
I think in the previous, the pit is where you would go to fight Reptile or something if you got a flawless fight or something. I don't,
Yes.
but I don't remember this one's pit off the top of my head.
So the original, the pit is, as they say, a pit. You're fighting on a bridge, you uppercut somebody off, they fall into a spiky pit. Pretty cool. Second one, same thing, but like, cooler, more 90s, like kind of super shredder type spikes. Third one, the pit, for whatever reason, has giant rotating blades in the bottom of it. So you hit somebody into that pit and they just get chopped up into a million tiny pieces. And yeah, man, I always enjoyed those levels because they had like easy to do stage fatalities, which were easier than the normal fatalities. Yeah, just watching somebody get thrown into a meat processing plant in the pit was it was great. It was awesome. God, yeah. So, I love Mortal Kombat 3. I'm like looking at the roster now and trying to remember everybody. This one introduced Sindel, awesome hair.
Was she the one that could float?
Could she float?
She had the long
I
hair.
just remember her having stupid hair, so, like, and attacking with the hair and like killing you with her hair somehow.
Yeah.
Or she could, or I think one of her fatalities was she screamed so loud that your head exploded.
God, just when you talk about somebody attacking somebody with hair now, I think of Shantae. And now I'm just imagining like Shantae in Mortal Kombat, or what's her face in Shantae,
or Sindel in Shantae World. Like, you can't scream everybody's heads off, Sindel. Oh, come on.
Okay,
Now I really want her as a crossover character in the next Mortal Kombat, and her fatality is to do a transformation dance into an elephant and then just like stomp them to death.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Shantae would have sick ass fatalities.
Oh yeah.
Is this where animalities happened?
I think so.
Yes.
For the first time?
Yeah.
I think because I think in the previous one, Liu Kang's fatality was still just they turned into a dragon and ate you, but this one I think everybody had an animality, which were okay. I like the babalities and the friendships.
Because I seem to remember Scorpion's animality not being a giant scorpion. And I remember being very confused and pissed off.
Yeah,
I forget what he turned into, but it wasn't a scorpion. I was like, wait a minute.
Somebody needs to look that
I've
up.
seen that
I
guy's
need
mask.
answers
He's
to
just a
that now.
skull. He's not an actual scorpion.
Yeah.
I can just imagine some executive in an office, like after the game's been released, being like, "You had one job. Like, why? Can somebody
God
tell me
damn it.
why the fuck the scorpion doesn't turn into a scorpion? Somebody needs to answer for this."
You guys remember the one where Sub-Zero turns into a fucking refrigerator?
I just looked it up according to the Mortal Kombat wiki. Yes, Scorpion's animality is to change into a penguin that lays an explosive egg between the opponent's legs.
That makes
Wait,
sense.
Scorpion?
No,
Oh,
there's a video of it. He turns into a penguin and lays an egg.
I mean, is there?
I
a
repeat,
I didn't mishear you. You said scorpion.
Is there
The
like
yellow one, right? Not the blue one?
Well,
Which is bullshit on two levels because number one, Scorpion does not change into a scorpion, and number two, apparently Sub-Zero does not change into a penguin.
Yeah. So now it's a
Might
board
have got
meeting
fucked
with the
up
other guys.
somewhere with that. I don't know.
It's really
Yeah.
not
You
bullshit.
had 2 jobs.
Just like there's an executive just like rubbing his temples like, guys, I know all we do is swap the colors, but they are different characters.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, exactly. The blue guy is cold. He turns into the penguin.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. It's not totally bullshit because there is a little-known species of penguin. It's called the scorpion penguin, and it actually lays exploding eggs. So it totally makes sense for Scorpion to turn into a scorpion penguin and lay some eggs that explode.
You piece of shit. You had me going for like 5 seconds there. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like, wait a minute.
That sounds like fake news. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know enough about penguins to dispute you on that. I don't feel like Googling it.
It's not often I play the Mario 2 side myself.
To further, because I'm looking like now through the list, because like, what does Sub-Zero turn into? He turns into a polar bear. Okay, that makes sense. Shiva transforms into a giant scorpion.
What?
Like,
How dare she?
Okay, so this is sounding more and more.
I mean, she's got enough limbs, but
This,
still.
this is sounding
Where
more and
this-
more like a programming error. Like they made the Scorpion thing; it was supposed to be for Scorpion, but somebody put a 2 where there's supposed to be a 3, and now somebody else is turning into a Scorpion. Like that.
Well,
I'm convinced that's what this is.
That would be so funny if Shiva was meant to turn into a penguin, and just oops, we
I'm just
fucked
thinking
this
of
up.
like some guys, like different departments, like coding out what Sub-Zero's thing is. Like, okay, we got Penguin done. He's like, no, we're doing the polar bear, you asshole. And it's like, well, shit, I've already got it in the game. Like, we already got the Scorpion one. What do we do? Like, I don't know.
I
Give it
would-
to the chick.
I worked for days on this animation to turn Scorpion into a penguin and Shiva into a scorpion. I can't change now.
I really like to manage this all just because somebody forgot like a semicolon in their code, and like that happened. Like
That makes sense, actually. That's probably what happened.
Like somebody just punching a guy who fucked it up into a fucking pit with like goddamn industrial shredders in the bottom of it. Just,
Yeah.
oh my god, yeah.
Knowing,
Midway Mortal Kombat is based off of Midway Corporate. Like, like all the levels are based off actual offices.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 3 is fucking great. Can you remember? Do you want to go around and do like best fatality? Do you guys remember any of the fatalities from this game?
Oh, I
Because I
honestly
have
don't.
mine in mind.
oh,
Yeah.
fuck, it's been a long
How
ass
about we
time.
just-
Hold on, I gotta look this shit up now.
How about maybe we just go over our favorite thing? Maybe move,
Sure, yeah.
fighter, or something like that.
David Fleming, favorite thing from Mortal Kombat 3 specifically.
I remember the thing I remember most is probably Cabal, just because he had those like giant like scythe stick weapons.
Yeah, dude, those meat hooks were serious, whatever the fuck they were. I love that guy. David Weiland, how about you, man?
Ah, man, like I get them so mixed up, like because I just played like whatever Mortal Kombat was in the arcade. But I know like the babalities and the friendships and shit. I always loved those for just how fucking stupid they were.
Mm-hmm. But those were not specifically in Mortal Kombat 3, so that's a fail
Yeah.
on your part. Johnny, give him a sound.
Oh.
Oh my.
Okay.
Yeah,
we
I
haven't been
remember
saying
Dorothy
69
K
enough.
was a secret character, wasn't he, in Mortal Kombat 3? There we go. I remember that part.
Yeah, Johnny, how about you, man?
Man, okay, well, shit. Mine isn't specifically Mortal Kombat 3. Just my favorite thing to do in most Mortal Kombat games is to pick Liu Kang, and when the match starts, you just hold down one of the jump button or one of the kick buttons. So as soon as you start, you just instant bicycle kick, or not instant. Yeah, I guess like flying bicycle
Oh, yeah,
kick
no.
into the guy.
Round 1, bicycle kick.
Yeah.
They're almost having a lot of literal fights over starting matches like that. It's fucked up, man. But yeah, so I guess I'm the only one with specific Mortal Kombat 3s. Best character, best new character in the game, the unplayable boss character, Motaro, who's like the giant centaur dude, who just kicks the shit out of you, and also went on to be one of the lamest things they put into fucking the movie Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Goddamn, Mortal Kombat Annihilation is terrible. And
We'll talk
Motaro
about
was
those, dude. We'll
played.
talk about those.
Yeah, but for the record, Motaro was played by a former American Gladiator who has like 5 screen credits, including American Gladiators, some shit in the 90s, and then like Motaro and nothing else. And yeah, he was dope in this game, but fucking Mortal Kombat Annihilation is awesome and terrible. And then best fatality, it goes to Smoke, who just opens up his robot chest cavity and spits out bombs over and over and over again, and then he runs off. And then it cuts out to just an outer space shot of the planet Earth exploding.
Yes.
And then it says fatality.
Oh.
There's no way that didn't also kill Smoke, because all he did was run away.
Well,
That's
it's
so
Mortal Kombat, so I assume he just ran into a portal to another dimension. Because
Well, that's true, but they should have shown the portal. Like, he just runs off screen after dropping like 50 bombs, and then the world explodes. It's like, yeah, bro, you really didn't think that fatality through at all, did you?
Yeah, no, I
I
love
actually
it.
remember. I forget what it was. It was some like Mythbusters type article thing, like analyzing stupid shit in video games, and somebody actually figured out it takes 53 quadrillion megatons of force to destroy the planet. Screenshotted that, counted everything, did the math to figure out like each bomb is like 1 trillion pounds of TNT, like some ridiculous thing.
Yes.
I
And
lo-
when you dropped one in a match, all it did was blow you up in the air. It didn't like blow up a continent or anything. Just classic.
I love that the plane explodes, fatality, next match. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you just your guy moves up the little
Well-
ladder, and then you just blew up the Earth, but now you're fighting in the streets.
No, that was
now you're-
that was the
now you're at
other
pit.
Earth. It's different.
that was
Yeah.
UR,
Well, I mean, yeah.
that was URTH Earth.
Well, that's a crossover that we should have gotten. Primal Rage
Yeah.
and Mortal Kombat.
Oh man, I
God
would have totally
damn
loved
it,
a
90s.
dinosaur just beating the shit out of Scorpion. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason that shouldn't have happened. I mean, like, besides the ridiculousness of seeing normal-sized people punch dinosaurs, it would have been awesome.
I was just thinking, it was like, would it be like scaled down Primal Rage characters in there, or would it just be
Scaled
like Gold Lighten in Katsunoko versus Capcom? Just
Yes.
like Mortal Kombat character fighting a giant dinosaur.
Well, it's like if they were scaled down, just be like instead of fighting like fucking like like King Kong, you'd be fighting just like a goddamn regular gorilla. It's not really as interesting.
No, it's
No,
not.
I don't
See,
know,
if
man.
you scale the Mortal Kombat fighters up, like if you're playing as a giant Shang Tsung, who not only can like suck the soul out of a dinosaur, but eat people for his own sustenance, it becomes a very awesome game.
But
so
on the other hand, if you scale the dinosaurs down, now you're fighting Komodo dragons. And have you ever seen a Komodo dragon? Like, it will fuck you up. Like, they
Pretty
do
cool,
not
yeah.
fuck around.
Or we could just like go the other route and just make all the Mortal Kombat characters into like other kin personas. Just like
Okay, no.
here's a Scorpion. He's a Scorpion now. We did it finally. There we go.
oh yeah,
No, that's
There
too
we
off
go.
the rails,
There we
Dave.
There we go.
You-
Primal Rage featuring giant animal versions of the Mortal Kombat characters, and Scorpion is still a giant monster penguin.
yes, I need a fucking penguin.
Okay, guys, so just to clear this up though. So feedbag with like cornflakes in it and like a milk like beer hat, that's cool. But like Scorpion as like a fursona Scorpion is totally like, no, David, gone too far with that shit.
Yep,
Well,
that's
nobody-
the line.
Okay,
There's
I
the
just want to make sure.
Yeah.
The second you
The
drop
line
the
is
term,
drawn now. I understand where it is. Okay.
the term is for
Got
the,
this.
the line is drawn at the term for soda. Like, that's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't understand that word, and I don't care to. Johnny, anything else on Mortal Kombat 3?
Game 3.
That's right. Mhm.
Nice.
Some
That was
tasty
very
jams
good.
right there.
That was awesome.
Yes.
That was a fun song.
Yeah, yeah. A lot going on
Oh.
the soundtrack. So, who is up for a little bit of trivia on this one?
This guy.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. So, this is our fan request, and I had it sitting in our request queue, and I think that whoever requested it deleted their Twitter account or some shit, because I cannot for the life of me find how it got into our request queue. But I'm doing it. So, yeah, fan request. Thank you, mysterious stranger. So
John
this
really
game,
just wanted to do 2 games.
oh, I love 2 games. Love doing it twice. This game was announced in 2008, but suffered repeated delays after a buyout of the company that created the series. It was shown in beta form to a small audience in 2014, officially shown to the public at E3 2015, and finally released in 2016.
Okay.
So, how you guys feeling?
Okay.
Feeling pretty good.
Pretty good one.
I can't
Who
remember.
here listened to Game That Tunes Best of 2016 mixtape all the way through?
Yes. I was convinced. I remember hearing this game on Game That Tune, but I was like, did we cover this? I don't remember actually covering this. Okay, sweet. So yeah, I feel good now.
All right, let's see it. Done. We got Doom, and Doom, the newest one. That's a hat trick, baby. Oh, yes. Man, oh, man. I feel like, is it like just, do you always have to say the name of these games? Doom.
Yes.
Like,
Just
I feel
all
like you
caps,
have
Doom.
Doom.
Doom Guy is
Yeah.
hands down like the toughest character ever made. Like he's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
toughest motherfucker ever in this, this dimension or hell or wherever the game's taking place. Doom Guy is just that dude.
Yeah.
Ugh, doesn't even need a real name. I can't believe they never came up with a name for the Doom Guy.
Don't,
I
he
kind
doesn't
of
need
love
one.
that though.
Why would you come up with a name when you have Doom Guy?
Yeah.
Like seriously, Doom Guy is an awesome name.
Just on the off chance any character ever needs to address him by a name, obviously that
No,
never
the-
comes up.
The only thing you will ever call him is Sir. If you beat him.
Damn right. Well, I think the only thing we call him is like, hey, and then your head's explode from a fucking double shotgun to the face, so you don't say any more words. You're like,
Man, so I'm a little disappointed in myself that I haven't actually played Doom from 2016 yet, because from everything I hear, the game's fucking awesome. And it's not fucking awesome because of its multiplayer, which means it doesn't matter when I play it, which is why I've put off playing it so long. Like, it's apparently just a really, really good single player experience. And, I feel like I need to drop the $20 and go ahead and play it because, everything I've seen from this game looks fucking sick. Like, has anybody here actually played it?
my brother has it, so I played a little bit of it, and I've watched him play multiplayer, and it looks like a lot of fun, actually.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, that's
there's
everything I read
power-ups you can do. It's sort of Quake-like in the power-ups and stuff you get. Like, you get, like double damage orbs and stuff, and occasionally, like, an orb will pop in a certain spot that turns you into a demon, and you just go and just rampage through the map and fuck everybody up, and it's
I love
great.
Yeah, man. I mean, that seems like that's all you do in the game anyway. From everything I've seen about this game, it's basically like, it's like pro tip: don't stop moving ever.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just always be running and always be shooting.
Yeah.
And this isn't like some kind of like really think it out kind of shooter game. Like, just run and shoot and don't think, don't stop and do anything. Just keep running, keep shooting, and I love it. I think that's a really, I feel like that's a really good thing. Like, don't bother with like sniper rifles, or hiding behind cover. No, you need to fucking run.
My
and keep
favorite
running.
pro tip from any game ever is a pro tip for like the original Doom. Pro tip to defeat the cyber demon: shoot at it until it dies. Like that's all you can do. Like,
I think it's actually where like the pro tip meme came from originally.
Yep.
Was just in the manual, just this pro tip: shoot it till it's dead.
yep.
Yeah, no,
it's fair,
that was actually meant to be like a Game Pro like April Fool's thing, right?
Yeah, it was.
Like,
I know it's not really real,
okay.
but it's hilarious though. Like,
yeah,
and accurate. Like,
I think, and that's the thing. I think so few people care about that it's become real. Like, pro tip: shoot it until it dies. Like,
Yeah.
That's how you play Doom, man.
I gotta look it up, but I think it was Pong. Like the original instruction manual to Pong was like 6 letters or 6
Nice.
words, and it was just like move paddle to hit ball, and that's like it. That's entirely it.
just hit the dot, yo.
Move the paddle, hit
Yeah,
the
man.
ball. 6 words.
Yeah, boom. Hit ball with paddle, score point. But yeah, fucking, I need to get into Doom because I almost just want to play it just for the fucking soundtrack. Like, that
Oh, dude, it's
soundtrack
sick.
is
It is a sick
fucking
soundtrack.
amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mick Gordon, fucking composer of this game. Every song on there is like a fucking like just blistering metal banger. Like it's fucking ridiculous. Like I can't picture not staying like amped the fuck up while playing the game. Like, is there any downtime? If the soundtrack's any indication, fuck no, there isn't. Like,
have you guys seen the making of the music, by the way? Because like the thing he actually uses to make the soundtrack is sick. It's like a 1980s Soviet synthesizer that's just like a wall full of just like random just like plugs and shit, and he just starts plugging shit until it sounds buzzy enough, and it's like, all right, fuck it, and just starts jamming out in a fucking electric guitar.
He composes it from a nuclear sub inside the Mariana Trench, the darkest, most metal place on Earth. No Metalocalypse fans here.
Oh yeah,
fine, forget it.
Fucking eyes explode.
Yeah. When the game was done, he shot up really quickly and got the bins. No, I don't think that happened. But I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I always thought it was just like sick ass metal soundtrack. I didn't realize he was using some fucking elaborate old school synth to do the soundtrack with.
Apparently, he also performed at E3.
Amazing.
Yeah, apparently he actually performed live at E3.
Oh.
I need to actually see that now. I didn't know that.
Well, next year when we get that Patreon money up, we'll go and we'll find Mick Gordon and have him do a live recording with us or something. I don't know.
I was looking into how to get E3 press passes, and you basically have to be a real company. So now that we have Patreon, we can form an LLC and start writing paychecks to ourselves.
Ding, ding, ding. That's what it is.
My brother owns the store. Maybe we can work with this guy so we can figure something out for this. Maybe just like shuffle some paperwork around and shit.
Exactly. But yeah, New Doom looks fucking great. I like the apparently they've also got like some kind of easy level creator for, I guess, making multiplayer maps. Kind of cool. And apparently I guess there's a system in the game. It's you go for a glory kill. I couldn't tell if I was misreading that, if it was gory kill or glory kill, but apparently it's glory kill, and they give like if you do those two enemies, it gives you like a little bit of health back. So it incentivizes you to fucking like run up on somebody and like punch, just like you're hitting them with the gun, and then like you do like a melee finish, and it like you fucking like rip through their chest and blow their head off or whatever. Like you get really up close with these disgusting creatures and destroy them in disgusting ways, and it gets you a little bit of life back, which seems like the most Doom thing ever. I really need to play this game, but I also took it as a fan request because I didn't think we would have much to say about it, and the songs are long, so it would kind of fit in with the show, in terms of flow. So, anything else on Doom 2016, guys, or Doom in general? Our favorite movie ever, Doom.
Correction earlier, by the way. Apparently, is at a Games Award, not E3.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, well,
but
that
still,
makes
like if you
way
look
more
up online
sense.
stuff for the actual performance.
Episode ruined. Go back. We gotta re-record that segment now.
I'm gonna say, one, we don't utter the words Game Awards on this show.
Well, he's one with Run the Jewels too, so it's him performing with a pretty cool band. So it's kind of neat, though.
Okay, well, I fucking love that. That ticks all my boxes. Doom soundtrack and also Run the Jewels.
Yeah, man. Fucking him playing along with
Hang on now.
I got to make up for fucking it up earlier.
Now we're on to something.
Totally does, right?
I got quick things about Doom in general. I love Doom 1 and 2. I've played the crap out of them. If you have not played those games with the brutal Doom mod and the like heavy metal, cover soundtrack, like I highly recommend doing it. It is fucking amazing. You can flick demons off and like stomp on them. It's so good.
I do want to bring something up and mention something. Johnny, get ready. I just want to make a point that John Harrington chose this game for the request for the extra long bits in our mature episode.
My.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's
pretty
much it.
Speaking of Doom 2, I actually almost picked that for this week. Just because I've noticed no one did that one yet, but all the songs were like 6 minutes long, and I was like,
Also,
that would have been a real shame.
It's before the ESRB existed.
Yeah.
Like, that makes it tough.
Oh wait,
Exactly.
isn't it rated R?
Doom 2 predates mature ratings.
Yeah.
Shit, does it really?
Yeah, the rating
I think
system didn't
I
exist
think it
back
got retroactively rated M though, like as re-releases of it and shit or something. but
maybe.
whatever, fine. I didn't do it then.
All right.
Fuck that technicality.
Anyways,
Yeah. Let's see here.
Game 4.
Sorry, I just jumped right in. I had a brain fart.
Hey, dumbass, we usually say something
Yeah.
after each song.
My bad.
Thank you. That's song 2. Now for trivia.
Oh, it's a really fast song, guys.
Christ.
All right, here we go.
John, you want to go ahead and play song 3, or should I say something? You rotten motherfucker. Let's see. This is the only M-rated game in this series. All other games in this series are rated T. This one is most likely rated M due to featuring significantly more blood than previous entries in the series, as well as a few cutscenes that, personally, I would say are pretty fucking creepy. So, how are you guys feeling?
Feeling
Not great.
kind of okay about that.
Kind of okay?
Let's find out.
Okay, I was trying to think of other ways I could hint at this without full-blown giving it away. There's really not a whole lot that I can do. I can do this. Or I can lift my hands up like this and then do them in that dramatic fashion. Anyway, let's see those answers.
Wait, one sec.
Oh, I just wrote something. I don't know. Fuck.
With that in mind, you have to get it right, David.
Oh, but I don't know which one, and I can't look it up. So
Better guess.
Hang on. Shit. Wait. Hold on. Gonna up the names of these games.
That sounds good.
Hey. Fuck it.
David Weiland says Wolfenstein, New Order, no. John Regan says M-rated Madden, almost. David Fleming was on the right track with my hand-pounding trivia thing there with Ace Attorney, the M-rated one, but I'm not giving it to him. But this is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies
They made a
for the
fucking
Nintendo 3DS.
what? They made an M-rated Ace Attorney? What?
My thoughts exactly.
Didn't that come up last week at some point? I could have sworn we mentioned
It
this
did.
game.
That should have been my other trivia. It was briefly mentioned in last week's episode.
Is this the?
Shit, I wasn't
Damn
here for
it!
that.
Oh, I was gonna ask Ace Attorney 5, and this is the 5th one too.
Yes, it
Son
is.
of a bitch. Oh.
I might have
So
given it to you
close.
had you said 5.
Ugh.
But yeah, man. I played a little bit of this to warm up for the show tonight, and yeah, I was surprised to learn that this game was rated M. Like, I don't know why. Like in researching the games for the show, this came across as. I think I just literally searched like 3DS games rated M, just because I was going like system by system. Because you really get down to it, there's not a whole lot of M-rated games on Nintendo systems. So it's like, let's see what the 3DS has, and it's like Phoenix Wright, Dual Destinies. I'm like, yeah, that's got to be wrong. They didn't rate that M, did they? Like, and then yeah, it turns out they did, because yeah, there's a lot more blood in this one, and it's weird, but it's still essentially same old Phoenix Wright games. So I don't know. It might have been a very unwarranted M rating, but game's pretty fun. David, have you actually played this one at all, or?
I have not played this one. I remember it because I remember. I think this is the one right after the like Leighton Phoenix Wright crossover game.
Yes.
So this was kind of like, what are they going to do now? And I remember reading that it had like a much darker story, because I think in the Phoenix Wright canon, there's a section where he stops being a lawyer, and that's when you get Apollo Justice. And I think this is the one where he's like trying to fight his way back to make his triumphant return to being a trial attorney.
Well, based on the one case that I played of it, he's back at the beginning. Like,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, no, this came after a several year like real world hiatus in the series, like they did, the first 3, then they did Apollo Justice, and then they did a couple of, they did like Ace Attorney Investigations with Miles Edgeworth, and they made the Phoenix Wright Professor Layton crossover, but then this was Phoenix Wright's actual return to the games. And yeah, I guess they wanted to, have a little splash or something, so they did it a little bit darker than the other ones. And yeah, it shows like right off the bat. You've got a new attorney who, I probably should have fucking written down her name, but she's got like a little emotion reader thing, and it's like she's like young and spunky, and it's her first time in court. And in the opening case, you're like, interrogating a witness or whatever, and it's like, there's always like that inner monologue with the characters. It's like, I'm ready to, defend, this person. And then like her inner monologue, she goes like, and it's like, oh my God, I can't talk. What's going on? And then it cuts to a cutscene of her inexplicably just surrounded by blood. Like just as a little girl, just like in like a lake of blood. There's a bloody katana sitting there, and then like she's just having like this horrifying flashback, and I'm like, wow, yeah, this is pretty goddamn dark for the Phoenix Wright games. Like, I love it. Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering if maybe the tone shift is like after Marvel vs. Capcom 3, like all that fighting just got to his head or something,
Exactly. I don't think so. But
he had to actually kill a man in one-on-one combat, and he's like, shit, man, I'm just going back now.
Akuma got in his head. He just got real violent.
See, I don't necessarily that's the case, because if you played Phoenix Wright in Marvel vs. Capcom, he doesn't fight. He like investigates around, and somehow like that hurts people.
He investigates. He sneezes on people. That's
like,
pretty
one
much
of my
it.
favorite attacks is he pulls out a clipboard and just starts like walking into people, and like that does extensive damage for some reason.
That's the best. I love that character until they fucking nerfed his his like assist move or whatever. But yeah. So yeah, the game, it's definitely darker than the other games that I've put any amount of time into in the series. Like it starts and you're interrogating somebody because they fucking blew up the courthouse with a bomb. Like, it's a serious game. There's serious crimes being committed. Not like they're not investigating murders in all the other Phoenix Wright games, but still, like a courthouse bombing and then like child flashbacks into pools of blood. Yeah, okay, sure, fuck it.
Yeah.
Why not give this one an M rating?
There's murder and then there's mass murder. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
that's the
It's
difference.
family-friendly murder.
Or
Like in a Lion
attempted
King or
mass murder.
something, it's fine.
Spoiler for the very first case in the game. There's only one victim of that bombing, so that's whose murder you're investigating. It's actually pretty fun, man. I haven't put a whole lot of time into the series, and I was trying to find this one in the lead up to the show to play, and I actually got it on my phone. Paid 99 cents for it, and I was disappointed to complete the first case and find out that you have to pay for the rest of the game. But
No.
paid 99 cents to play the first case of the game. And it's good. It's got cool systems. You've got your new lawyer assistant who has her like emotional reader thing, and like it'll listen to everything that somebody's saying and it'll point to their emotions, and you have to point out inconsistencies in their emotions. And it's like, yeah, the bomb went off and rubble was about to fall on me and crush me, and it's like highlighting a sad face but also like faintly highlighting the happy face. And it's like, miss, why were you happy when there was a bomb going off? It's like, I just remembered another detail about this case. Ding. It's they've got some fun little systems in there, and you get to play as Phoenix and Apollo Justice and this new lawyer. And apparently, it's really good. And according to our question of the week last week, the downloadable case is the best case in the game. Apparently, it involves somebody being killed by an orca whale.
Goddamn, what?
Yeah.
David, do you not know anything about Phoenix Wright?
Was it
Because
a
that's,
fucking-
like pretty par for the course?
Was it like an orca that fell out of the sky with a bowl of petunias? Because I already know this one.
Pretty sure it was just ripped from the headlines. Phoenix was, taking that SeaWorld stuff and the popularity of the movie Blackfish, and they were like, we got to do it. Let's get the orca into the Ace Attorney series. But yeah, man.
If he was instead investigating the case of Orca the Killer Whale from the 70s horror movie.
Yeah,
That would be amazing.
or if he literally had to interrogate an orca whale on the witness stand.
Just like on an iceberg
Read
looking at the
emotional
fucking-
inconsistencies in a whale. It's like, that's it. I've got everything I need.
One of the
Just like-
witnesses is just Bo Derek missing a leg.
I'm just thinking of him going to investigate an iceberg that has some blood on it, and it's just the penguin was killed right here, and a little outline of chalk with little flippers. It's just what kind of sick bastard would do this?
No, see, the penguin's actually the one that did it. It was a scorpion penguin, and he did it with an explosive egg.
Oh man, we're just callback jokes for days, aren't we?
Telling you, man, it all ties in together. It's all a rich tapestry. But yeah, man.
Mortal
Yeah, I
Kombat
honestly-
Ace Attorney.
Dude,
Like Sub-Zero Ace Attorney.
exactly. Yeah.
See, I'm just imagining Sub-Zero with his sleeveless outfit and his fucking frozen arms and the giant mask, but wearing a business tie.
Yes, or
Yeah.
fucking Scorpion, in the Miles Edgeworth cravat.
That's whenever you
It's
catch him in a
constantly
lie, it
catching
just
fire.
freezes up a little bit, he's his he's getting icicles on him,
Or
attention, just ice.
Robot Smoke, when the verdict comes in and his case didn't go well, he proceeds to start dropping a ton of bombs and run away and blows up the world.
I was gonna
There's
say,
only one
spoiler
victim, though,
alert
right? There's
for
only
the
one
first
victim.
case in Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. It was Robot Smoke from Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Just so you know.
But there's only one victim in the end, though, right? He blew up the entire planet, and only one person
See?
died.
Exactly, and that's who you're investigating, Sonya Blade. She died in a super huge explosion.
There's murder, and then there's the potential for mass murder.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, man, I mainly chose this because I was surprised to find that it was rated M. I'm like, that's gonna really trip everybody up. It makes no sense for this game to be in this week's episode. Perfect.
I feel really dumb with that hint you gave, because I thought you were doing a fucking Nazi salute or something. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool, Wolfenstein.
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't frame
Yeah,
myself.
no,
up properly to
objection
get,
point.
the-
I was
the
like, yeah, he's
words
just
in
doing a
there.
fucking Nazi salute. Okay, cool. It must be Bionic Commando or
I thought
Wolfenstein.
he
or
was
something.
doing
Oh, that's why you said Wolfenstein. I was gonna say no. I try to make it a habit, a point to not do Nazi salutes on our show.
Yeah, that's a good.
Even when discussing Wolfenstein.
That's a good. That's a good call.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's the one and
You know,
only rule our standards and practices department has.
Yeah.
No, we have-
like I said, we're a mature show, and we don't do
And no
Nazi
mentioning
salutes.
the Game Awards.
Yeah, exactly. We don't talk about the Game Awards, and we don't do Nazi salutes. So,
Okay, guys.
you know.
Just like no Nazi jokes because just like it's not cool, and frankly,
Where's this
it's just
going?
it's not.
get the fuck
No.
out.
Reddit has ruined all
No.
those, man.
It's ruined everything. It ruins everything. It's ruined me.
I was really trying to just move on from the
Yeah.
Ace Attorney discussion. But, yeah.
Game
I
5.
was going to say,
It's fair.
fuck it.
Game 5, yeah, game 5. Fuck it.
Well, I like that a lot.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It's cool, yeah.
Wow.
Now I need a move for a fight.
That's very
Oh, my.
cool.
Does anyone need any trivia?
Yes, please.
You asked the right question. I don't think I do.
So, the final cover artwork for this game was altered before release. They changed some of the colors of the logo fonts and also the background. The creator of the game was not pleased and went on Twitter expressing his feelings, stating, quote, "The blank package is shit. Who's the damned bastard who changed it?"
Excellent.
That was awesome. I really like that tune.
It's very like disco-y.
Yeah.
If only there was like some other time in Game That Tune's history where David had chosen a game that used like actiony, jazzy music and included a cover of a song with Moon in the title.
Yes. So few hints. So few hints. I'm just going to go ahead and pencil everybody in for a point.
I would say
Yes,
almost
sir.
like there's only been 2 hints. All right, so David.
John knows
Weiland
what it
says-
is.
David Weiland says Bayonetta 2. John Harrington says Bayonetta 2. And John Regan, fuck you, says Bayonetta 2.
Do it, John. We know you know
I'm
it.
sorry. That is correct. This is Bayonetta 2.
Thank you. Thank you very much. John, was the song Moon River featured in Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Yes, it was.
Okay, thank you.
Have you never seen it?
Fuck no.
And I was really proud of my Philip
As I
Seymour.
recall, I think we both kind of liked it.
I was really proud of
damn
my
it, you beat me
Philip.
to it.
Damn it! I was really proud of my Philip Seymour Hoffman is piss joke on the back of the card. He played Truman Capote in a movie. Wait, is that the guy's name, Capote? Right? Who wrote Breakfast at
Yeah.
Tiffany's? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I was like, wait, no, Philip Seymour Hoffman wasn't in Breakfast at Tiffany's. That movie's. Oh, what?
No,
I
he just played the
that
book
I
writer of
realized.
the book.
Talking about.
No, it's
You
got like
severely confused me, and we've severely derailed this
Ah.
Bayonetta 2 opening.
Man, I thought this was witty and hilarious. Oh well.
no,
We haven't even gotten into the opening. It's just like, yeah, the game is Bayonetta 2. So, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Wait,
Yeah.
No.
Fuck me. Am I thinking of the right game? It's the one with Mickey Rooney playing the Japanese guy.
no. Wait, we need the oh my here now, don't we?
Is that not the game?
My.
Yeah, that part of that movie is not aged well. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about Bayonetta 2. I feel like I really derailed this, and I feel bad about it now.
So, Bayonetta 2. Maybe you've heard
Yes.
of it.
The sequel to Bayonetta.
We'll have
The
to check
second
that one.
Bayonetta game. Bayonetta is a. Can we call her famous character? Yeah, she's a famous character. From what I know, mostly for hair. Let's see things I know about Bayonetta. David, feel free to chime in and take over the discussion any minute now.
Okay, I was
Hair.
waiting for you to finish.
No, I have nothing to say about these. I haven't played them.
I would say,
Hair.
see, someone summed up Bayonetta because I was watching some like discussion video about when she was announced for Smash Brothers, and I think the best way to describe her as like a famous character is the people that like her really like her. Like the fans of her games are devoted fans.
Yes.
Don't know
Yeah.
if it necessarily means like huge mainstream appeal, but the people that like her like her. And it's hard to say that without getting into like sexy fan art.
I was gonna say
Oh.
she seems made for sexy fan art.
Yes. But yeah, Bayonetta 2, amazing. It's kind of hard to determine like what's better versus 1v2 because that's always the debate that people have. I kind of like this one better because the first Bayonetta is super good, but it's also like it's very creative and very like let's do anything, and because of that, parts of it like don't really work. Whereas Bayonetta 2 is like much more streamlined and much simpler. And I mean, not simpler, it's still a ridiculously complex action game, but it's much more focused. So on the one hand, it's better for that, but you're also missing kind of like the bells and whistles. But what it has been polished so damn well.
Right.
This game's really fucking good.
That's awesome. Yeah. I was not a huge fan of her inclusion in Smash Brothers. I was kind of excited for it when they announced it because it seemed kind of out of nowhere. And then when I played with her, I'm like, oh man, this character's OP as fuck. and
Well, and that's the thing that I love is I think Smash 4 did a really good job of like capturing characters and putting them in. So it wasn't just like Mario in a fighting game. It was more like these characters actually seem like how they play.
Right.
And that's how Bayonetta is. Like you're just constantly bouncing around, chaining all these combo attacks, doing ridiculous stuff. You can unlock multiple weapons in this game. I think it was in 2 where you could get the scythe. So you're swinging like this massive scythe around. I know
that's a weapon.
Yeah.
because it was Nintendo Wii U exclusive. It had Nintendo costumes. One of them was exclusive to Bayonetta 2, which was the Fox McCloud costume, which changed your 4 guns into laser pistols that shot out green lasers. And there's a stage in this game where you're like riding atop a jetliner, like fighting in the air. And if you put on the Star Fox costume, it changes them into R-Wings, which is really cool. But yeah, it's
No, wait. Does the Star Fox costume, does it make her look like a sexy fox? Like,
yes.
Okay, yeah, just-
she gets like fox ears and she gets a fox tail, but
John,
then she's
right.
in like the bomber jacket and the green pants.
Just
John,
making
we,
sure I wasn't misunderstanding.
we discussed earlier
Yeah.
that persona is where we draw the line on this show.
I didn't say that word. I just wanted, because it was like, yeah, you get this costume and it turns like the lasers into this and it turns these into our wings. I'm like, wait, you're dancing around the fact that it makes Bayonetta look like sexy female Fox, right?
Well, I mean,
right.
she's got a sexy female Link costume,
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is
That's just,
actually
I
it's
mean-
really funny because it's basically just like Link's normal tunic, but she's not wearing pants. So like where Link's normal tunic comes, that's where it ends, but Bayonetta are like 60% legs. So it's just these
Yeah.
huge legs coming out of this tiny green dress.
Makes
David-
sense to me.
David, what was that thing you were
Yeah.
saying earlier about getting into fan art and it gets hard or something like that, right? I think that's happening. My jokes
Okay,
are falling
so-
flat tonight. I'm
so
sorry.
I know there's
guys.
Even
Fox
a
McCloud
sound.
outfit.
I need to
Yeah.
I need to stop making jokes.
Okay, so I'm curious. So if there's a sexy Fox McCloud outfit, sorry, I'm just tripping over that fucking soundboard. Sorry, man. There's also a sexy Slippy outfit too, because I would kind of love to just like run around in a frog outfit shooting people.
No, that's a fair question.
No, it's you get sexy Peach, sexy Daisy, sexy Link, sexy Samus, and then sexy Fox.
Excellent. Now wait, is it sexy Zero Suit Samus or like sexy armor suit Samus?
No, it's armor suit Samus, but like the armor is skin tight.
Love it. I was about to say, as you were naming those, I'm like, I think in Bayonetta they're not really called sexy. It's just, you just get those costumes. The sexy becomes implied after a while.
No, I mean like the costumes are designed to look like the like sexy Halloween costumes. That's what they look like.
Awesome. That's the perfect aesthetic for Bayonetta.
Kind of reminds me of, I think in Blood Rain 2, there's like a sexy schoolgirl outfit. It's just like complete fucking pandering and fan service. It's like, when I played the game when I was like 15, I'm like, fuck it, this is awesome.
Sounds about
Well, the
right.
funny thing is,
I understand how it is.
there were while I was looking for trivia, apparently when they had the designs, they sent them over to Nintendo for approval for like the sexy Nintendo character costumes, and Nintendo actually came back and said, you can like lower the neckline a little bit, like go for it. Really, it's fine.
Uh,
Just
Good for
wearing a
Nintendo.
fucking turtleneck sweater.
we're not making this game. You let your freak flag fly.
But yeah, it's a really good game. I really like the story because basically, like after the first game, she has all of her. The first game's all about trying to get Bayonetta's memories back. So after that, she remembers everything, and then there's an incident in the very beginning where she gets into a fight. So she summons one of the giant demons, and the demon breaks loose and accidentally like knocks her best friend into hell. So the game is all about rescuing her best friend out of hell.
Excellent.
Man, I hate when that happens.
Right?
It's so relatable, right?
Got a couple of hell games on this week's game that too,
Yeah.
and I like it, quite frankly. Because what do mature people want to play? Games about hell. Yeah.
I do
called
I
the
do a
old
real
Pal Doom guy,
question actually so Bayonetta is in Smash Brothers, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many other M-rated are both Bayonetta games M-rated? And what I'm wondering is
Oh, yes.
how many M-rated games characters are in Smash Brothers?
I think it's just Bayonetta and Snake.
Huh.
Yes. Good old Snake.
Yeah,
I don't know.
never
What
really
about
thought
Sonic?
that.
I've seen some pretty adult stuff on the internet with him in it.
Not from
Those
Sega, you
are
haven't.
not official.
That's
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah, hate to break it to you, David.
That was
No.
actually like one of my favorite bits in Bayonetta's reveal trailer is like the very final thing where she like holsters her gun and just like, oh, don't mess with a witch. Because the original line is she takes her lipstick and loads it in as a bullet and points it to the camera and just shouts, don't fuck with a witch. It's like,
Nice.
obviously they had to change it. But yeah, it's definitely an M-rated game.
They should have kept
She
that.
should have done Snake's entrance for Brawl, where she pops out of a box and explicitly just goes, "It's showtime." What? Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, don't fuck with a witch. Oh, okay, cool. It's Bayonetta. She's
No, see,
cool.
that's Bayonetta. She pops out, it's like, let's dance, boys. And everybody's like, wait, what is that? And that's when she shoots everybody in the head.
Yeah, done. Fuck yeah, man. Great soundtrack. That game is one of my big regrets for not picking it up for the Wii U because, I kind of didn't realize the Wii U life cycle was going to end shortly thereafter, and they would publish very many copies of those games. So didn't pick that one up. And it is still a Wii U exclusive, is it not?
It is. Although there is
weird.
a rumor because they Platinum put out a tweet where Bayonetta's like first game form is her in like a black red suit, and this one the color is all blue.
Right.
So they put out like a picture of her red suit and her blue suit lined up with what basically looks like the red Joy-Con and the blue Joy-Con. So people are saying like maybe they're going to port it, maybe they're going to make a third game. I don't care which one. I just want more Bayonetta because Bayonetta is really good.
Yes, I approve of anything that's coming next, especially if it gives me more reasons to play the Switch. So, fuck yeah, man! Platinum Games, whoever you are that makes these games, Hideki Kamiya or whatever, make more of them. Make all of them. So fuck yeah, Johnny. I think it's time to start the calculating computer.
All right.
Calculating computer activated. Computers, beeps,
Oh, sorry. I was checking up on the chat. What was that?
beeps. Scoring complete. This game's winner is David Fleming.
Fuck
Hooray!
yeah, it is.
Nice.
Hooray for David. Man, you get to just close out the show for once, which is for some reason a anomaly on this show. And you chose a great game, and you kicked a lot of ass on the show. So yeah,
I was excited. It's like, wait a minute, I'm going last. That means the last song that we're going to play is some weird remix of Moon River. That's awesome.
That's pretty sweet.
Yes. And usually the song that the game that goes last, pretty much goes all the way to the end when we play our bonus tune. So there's going to be a lot of Bayonetta 2 tunes in this
Hell
episode. Yeah. So fuck yeah, man. Great game tonight. What do you got in mind for next episode? A fantastic milestone episode, not episode 69 milestone, but episode 70. That's a pretty good one. Speed limit.
Well, I
National speed limit, am I right, folks?
It's not.
well,
It sure is.
now I really want like the under music in this portion to just be going to the country. Well, I was thinking since we did mature this time, maybe we should flip to the other side and do like family friendly. And what could possibly be more family friendly than Mario?
All Mario
Just
games? Okay.
Mario.
Just any game in which you can play as Mario.
Play as Mario.
How
Any
much is
game
that,
which features Mario.
There we go. Let's just broaden it as much as possible.
like, how far have we gotten in like the Mario well of games? Because we're like kind of running on empty, aren't we? A little
It's
bit.
a
this
pretty
point?
deep well,
yeah,
man.
he's only made like
Like-
200 games, man.
Yeah.
It's like main series maybe, but he's been in a lot of stuff.
That guy turns up.
Are we including like Wario Land games, or does there's have to
Is
be
Mario
some-
in it?
If Mario makes an appearance, it's fair game. That is
Yeah.
as broad as it can possibly be.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I have some ideas. You're not gonna like them.
Yeah. Good.
Excluding
Coincidentally,
the
you're off.
CDI.
God damn it! Come on. Let me just bring up Hotel Mario. Come on.
Got
No.
your ass. No, we don't want to talk about that.
Rule 3 of Game Tattoo. No Nazi salutes, no game
Yeah.
awards, no CDI.
We've still
Boom.
got like 2 more Zelda games on the CDI. Come on.
Yeah, not gonna do it. So anyway, fuck yeah, man. Great game tonight. That'll be a fun, cheery, upbeat theme for next week. So shit, are we answering question of the week?
Yeah.
We are answering. Yeah, okay.
And I was thinking, just a quick side note, in the future, do you think we ought to move that up to the beginning of the episode? We do the question of the week.
No.
Okay.
Want the live viewers to get into the tunes, and anybody that actually listens to the podcast and wants to hear the answers to the question of the week, they get to stick around for the end.
Okay.
And that's what all this stuff. So fuck yeah, man. Great game tonight. Let's see. What was our question of the week this week? Johnny, refresh me.
The question of the week is, what games would you like to see an M-rated, I think, reboot or remake of?
Yeah, reboot, sequel,
Yeah.
whatever works.
What series needs an M entry?
Yeah. So let's see. I believe our first answer came from Twitter. Our good boy Delish_Hikari. Always with the obscure games on this one. He says, I think the game D, parentheses, Sega Saturn and others, could have been neat with more of an M-rated horror vibe. It was fun, but the time limit would have felt more urgent if it felt more like a horror game than a fun Myst-like exploration game. I'm going to take your word for it, Del. I have no idea what that game is, but yeah. I think everything on the Sega Saturn needs a revisit, and these days it probably would be M-rated. So, let's get the Saturn back, people. Johnny, do you have any other answers pulled up? Because I've got most of them here.
I've got everything from our Facebook post to that one to the Wild Stallions gaming group.
Go nuts.
Let's see. Kevin Baja suggested that there should be an M version of Earthworm Jim.
I wholeheartedly concur on that. That actually makes a lot of sense.
He also suggested MC Kids, which is, I think, my favorite answer so far. That's the best one.
Also a great answer.
That'd be pretty good, though, because, the Hamburglar, he kind of eats people because, the hamburgers are sentient in McDonald's land. So you like a serial killer, this son of a bitch, he ate children. You
need to really explore the horrors of McDonald land. Johnny, get your finger over your soundboard for this one. Pat Perkins said, imagine, if you will, an M-rated Super Mario Brothers 2 Grimdark remake. Shy Guys being brutally destroyed, Mortal Kombat 3 style, when you toss them into each other. Hit it again. And Kevin adds to that, masks screwed or nailed onto their faces like, am I seeing this right? Pavi Largo in Repo the Genetic Opera. Sure, hit it again, Johnny.
God, no.
That's 3 in less than a minute.
Yeah, you got to be ready with that, man. Especially when the discussion is literally Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah.
Go for it, John.
Our host Jesse Moore suggested that they should make an M-rated version of Smash Brothers with Nintalities.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much potential.
Rob opens his chest cavity and just dumps bombs everywhere and kills the entire planet.
Oh my god.
It makes so much sense. There'd be so many Fire Emblem characters chopping heads. I would
love it if Link was just the end of the fight from Ocarina of Time, where he just hacks them until they fall down and then stabs them in the face.
Yes. Oh God. The potential really is limitless for that. So let's look into that. And then finally, John Garcia, also in Wild Stallion Gaming, says Leisure Suit Larry, in which the M for mature stands for maturity, and it becomes a game about respecting women. What a twist.
I'm down with that, man.
I'm not sure how you save Leisure Suit Larry, but that might be the way. I would love to see Leisure Suit Larry really be a thorough examination of relationship dynamics and women's issues. Same aesthetic, but it's very respectful and very thought-provoking instead of being a cartoonish sex game. So yeah, great answers on that. Should we go ahead and give our answers as well?
Yes.
All right, David Weiland, go first. M-rated game that needs an M-rated sequel or reboot.
You know what? I want to say Pokemon, because in the very first game, Lieutenant Surge mentions Pokemon saved my life during the war, and I want to see what the fuck a Raichu can do to stop somebody in armed combat.
Dude, yeah. Pokemon War would be a pretty hardcore ass game.
I don't know.
No. Pokénom. That's what you could call it.
Pokemon.
Damn, John.
They came out of the trees, man. Actually, they were the trees.
It was a jungle full of Exegators and they just crushed us.
There's the surprise twist of the night. John making bad fall flat jokes just to set up that one.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. What a twist. Johnny, what about you, man? M-rated game.
Echo the Dolphin for sure.
I saw chat making fun of that earlier, actually.
Wouldn't that be M-rated had the ESRB existed? I mean, like, just
maybe.
out of creepiness. Like, just out of sheer what the
No,
fuck.
because the thing is the ESRB has to get footage of the game, and so you would give them the game or whatever, and they would never get past the first level and not be able to rate it. Like,
Oh, it's just a nice dolphin game. That's great. Okay. Hell
but
yeah.
very
man.
bloody. Back up the dolphin.
That's conviction, dude.
Hitchhiking off of Kevin from Facebook's thing on Earthworm Jim, I was thinking it'd be really dope to go full like Conker's Bad Fur Day levels of gross out with a Wario game.
Ooh,
Like,
Oh my god, yes.
I don't know why they don't have that. Like
Jeez.
Wario doesn't necessarily have to be the crude thing in it, but like just make a really nice looking crude as fuck Wario game where he's just like exploring shit palaces and hunting for treasure. All the enemies fart. I mean, like it. The Wario series makes too much sense to be to not have an M-rated gross out game attached to them.
I'm just
So,
seeing him like fucking like Mad Max, like Road Warrior on a fucking motorcycle, just blowing dude heads off with a shotgun.
Yes.
I'm like,
Exactly.
fuck yeah, like I would watch the shit out of that.
Would. And so tonight's winner, David Fleming, take us home. M-rated remake.
I was actually I thought of a couple ones, but I would really like to see an M-rated like Double Dragon
ooh.
that just plays like a really gritty 80s sleaze Street Fighter movie.
Yeah, dude, like Commando the game where like you actually see some dudes get impaled and shit. Like man.
You pick up, the bat and you hit somebody and you see like the blood splatter out as you beat them. Like,
Oh, that would be fucking dope if they had the characters programmed to throw out like Arnold one-liners as like finishers on all their combos. Like that makes too much sense. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, great choices. All great choices. In fact, hitchhiking off of that, M-rated Battletoads really needs to make a return. Like where's Battletoads been? Bring them back.
Yeah.
hell,
Bring-
M-rated Battletoads and Double Dragon, the ultimate team up.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Kickstarted, an M-rated Battletoads Double Dragon and just make it extreme. Make it, gross out Battletoads and like Schwarzenegger stupid movies Double Dragon together in one game. It would be the best game of all time. So anyway, great game tonight, guys. Gonna bring it home super fast. Thanks to everybody that follows along with us, watching on Facebook, YouTube, search for Game That Tune, twitch.tv/Game That Tune. Hit us up on Twitter at GTTpod. Find us on Facebook, on YouTube, fucking wherever we are with our like streaming and stuff. We all stream to Twitch. It's Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. That's where it all goes. Why am I overthinking this? We don't even do Periscope anymore, but you can still follow us on Twitter at GTTpod. And
Don't forget to shout out to Patreon.
Oh, I was going to do that.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Where we'll be promoting, still promoting the hell out of our Patreon. Special thanks to our current super fan tier Patreon producer, Alex Messenger. Thanks again for your support. And, we're going to be releasing a lot of fun stuff on Patreon. New mixtape coming real soon. Got a little something special coming. But yeah, follow us on Twitter at GTTpod. Follow me on Twitter at JGangsta187. Follow John Regan on Twitter at
JP Regan Jr.
Follow David Wyland on Twitter at
Nameless 888.
and follow David Fleming, this week's winner, king of the show, Mr. Maturity, on Twitter at
DFD Fleming.
Hell yeah. So take us home, David. What's the bonus tunes tonight? Why is John waving?
I didn't know if we had a new question of the week for next week that we wanted to do.
I can't think of it offhand.
We do have our theme for next week is games in which Mario makes an appearance. So question of the week, what game would you like to see Mario make an appearance in?
Perfect.
Bingo.
Yeah.
So David, take us home with the bonus tunes.
I was trying to think of mature rated series. I thought of Mortal Kombat, and I thought of there's only one song that you could possibly play when it comes to Mortal Kombat. You know exactly what it is.
Test your might. Test your might. Test your might. Test your might.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number is copyright 2015 Denaton Games. Mortal Kombat 3 is copyright 1995 Midway Amusement Games LLC. Doom 2016 is copyright 2016 id Software LLC. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies is copyright 2013 Capcom Company Limited. Bayonetta 2 is copyright 2014 Platinum Games Inc. and Nintendo of America Incorporated.